we're going to learn more about fraud awareness. And joining us today, she is the Fraud Investigation Supervisor, Garlock. And thanks for coming today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Okay, so when we hear about fraud and you want to raise awareness for the public, why is that important that the public realizes what's happening out there?
It's super important because all of the money, it's taxpayer money. So at the end of the day, you know, when you have people out there who aren't being truthful and who are receiving this extra assistance, it's not fair to, you know, you and I who are being honest about it. And so it's just super important that the public's aware of it, that they report it to us if they see it, so that we can hold those accountable for not being truthful and honest with the system.
Okay, so you work with Job and Family Services. So what kind of things are you investigating that you want to make sure people are doing the right thing?
I would say probably the biggest types of investigations we have to do with household composition. So it has to do with not reporting everybody in your home, whether that be the parent to, you know, the other parent to your children, or it has to do, we also sometimes have an issue where you're reporting too many people in your home. You're claiming to have your children all the time and you're not actually, so you're receiving additional assistance when you shouldn't be. Another one we see has to do with unreported income. So something really big right now is people are using their food assistance card to buy, you know, obviously buy food, and then they sell the food, you know, whether they like bake things or they have like hot meals that they sell. And so then they don't report the income to us that they're receiving, but also they're using their food assistance card, which is not allowed. So I would say those are probably the two biggest types of investigations.
So to raise awareness to the public, are there things that we can do? I mean, do we see something and you want to hear from us, or is this just merely caseworkers and stuff figure things out?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, we do have excellent caseworkers who are able to kind of see red flags when they're doing the interviews and different things like that when they talk with the clients. But yes, please, we want the public to call us. You know, I can only do so much with the information that we have. So we just really would love it if they could call us. Our number, it's 419-228-2120. You can remain completely anonymous. You don't have to tell us who you are if you don't want to. We also have an email address that you can email it to us, and then also an online option as well.
You mentioned red flags. So what kind of things would we see maybe in the public that we're like, oh, maybe that's not right?
Yeah, something that I would say, you know, if you're at a grocery store and you see someone use their food assistance card and then there's somebody behind them and then they hand off the food assistance card. So like that's not allowed. If for some reason you know that your neighbors are on assistance somehow, some way, and you see extra people kind of coming in and out, or like I said, it's selling things on the side, having that self-employment, doing hair, doing nails, the food, those kinds of things.
Okay, and I guess we shouldn't feel bad about reporting that, right? Because like you said, they're breaking the law.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, do not feel bad at all, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm a taxpayer, you're a taxpayer, you know, it's all our money that we're giving, and it only is fair and it's only right that it goes to those who actually truly need it. So no, do not feel bad at all when you call and report it to us. We appreciate it when you do.
Well, what would you say the percentage maybe? I mean, I assume you're catching a lot of people and you're busy, but I assume a lot of people also aren't doing this, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. And that's, you know, not everybody is taking advantage of the system. You know, there are people out there who they follow their reporting rights and responsibilities and they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. But unfortunately, Allen County, we do tend to see a high number of fraudulent cases.
Okay. All right. You wanted to also mention the phone system that if people, so explain that.
Yes,
the number.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I'm guilty of it too. When you see a phone number that you don't really recognize, especially like a 1-800 number, you're like, I'm not going to answer it. Well, with our phone system, it now calls you right around the time of your scheduled appointment. So like 8:15, 8:30, 9, 10:30, whenever it may be, you'll get a phone call from it's like 1844, I think is what the number starts with. Make sure you answer it, because that is our phone system calling you to do your scheduled intake interview. If you don't answer the call and you don't call us back, then we have to reschedule you, and it's like, you know, it's a whole thing. So if you see that number, it's not spam, it's us calling you. And so, yeah, you can also save the number in your phone too.
Okay.
So then that way it automatically rings through. And so when you see it pop up, you'll see it's Job and Family Services.
Yeah, really. Yeah, don't miss those phone calls.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's really interesting to hear what you do and the investigations in our county. So thank you very much for coming.
Yes, thank you.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.